Today we're going a touch philosophical and taking a look at everything. But what does everything actually contain? Of course, it's all of physical reality, everything that we can touch and measure. But what about spiritual reality? And of course, it is everything that exists now. But what about the past and the future? Are they part of everything as well? So let's have a look at what everything really is and how we fit in. The U is for universe. The word universe comes from Latin and it's made out of two parts. The first one is uni, which means one, and the other part is versus, which means rolled or turned. So it's really everything rolled into one. As a first attempt of a definition of a universe, I would say that it is all matter and all life that exists right now. But surely it's even bigger than that. When my aunt died, I was talking to a wise friend who said to me, "There is only one everything," by which he meant that in the grand scheme of things, in the great oneness, my aunt and I were still connected, even past death. So in his worldview, the universe contains people from the past, but also from the future, as well as the present. The universe is everything that is, was, and shall be. It is all of space and time, all rolled into one. It is all the everything that you can imagine. The universe is quite big. Anything you want to say about it just boggles the mind. It's been 14 billion years since the Big Bang, and the universe has been expanding ever since, faster than the speed of light. The size of it just doesn't fit in our minds. We are not equipped to even imagine 93 billion light years across. Soon after the Big Bang scattered matter through the universe, it started to expand, but clouds of gases and matter and chemicals that were close to each other were attracted to each other by gravity, and they started to swirl around each other. And that way, as things got closer to each other, they formed new stars. And all of that is still happening today. We can observe it through telescopes. Creation is still going on. One of those stars, of course, is our sun. And as it formed, matter that was swirling around it started to coalesce into planets. One of those planets was just the right distance from that star and in a stable orbit. And about 4.5 billion years ago, it reached the right conditions for life to start spreading all across it. After many adventures and countless permutations with several dead ends, life on Earth started to look a bit like it looks now. And of course, eventually, it made you. You are undeniably a part of this Earth, and you are made of the same stuff that the Earth is made of. That of course implies that you are made of the stuff that stars are made of. The stuff that you are made of was part of a star once, and it has probably passed through a few supernovas before it ended up here. Your history is much longer than the time span of humanity. What made you started with the beginning of the universe. You are stardust. When I go deeper into what the universe is, I also have to include consciousness. What the exact relationship is between matter and consciousness is open for debate, but I believe that they are one and the same thing. One cannot exist without the other. Every particle is on some level conscious, and the more complicated organisms get, so does their consciousness. Conscious part of things is also part of the everything, and everything is conscious, which is a different way of saying that there's a spiritual side to everything, and everything has spirit. And again, what I mean by everything is probably a bit wider than you at first think of. It's not just individual humans and animals and trees and blades of grass that are conscious, but also rivers and whole landscapes And I also think that complex human collectives like families and cities and countries and institutions, all of those things have a spiritual side, and one doesn't exist without the other, like two sides of a coin, or maybe even like an iceberg with the greater part of it hidden from view. And of course you are part of all that too. You have a spiritual side, and you are part of the spiritual reality of the world you live in and the collectives you belong to. You are part of what makes the communities you belong to what they are. And the world wouldn't be the same without you. Do you feel like you're a part of your world, a part of your communities? Do you feel like you're an inalienable part of the earth and of the universe? Let me know in the comments below. Click like if you enjoyed watching this video, and subscribe to see the last few installments of the Alphabet Superset of Druidry. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll meet you in the next one. V is for vision.